You see Museveni taking a few people from this town, taking them to Iganga, to Kaliro to meet them. He doesn't come to the villages because he fears his bad roads. I see my young brother BOBI WINE is also copying Museveni, collecting people, moving them from Kampala all over the country in order to create crowds.
Patrick AMURUAT has come out to accuse BOBI and Kaguta Museveni of getting hired crowds. First of all, the issue of hired crowds, it is a given in politics, you expect it. But for him to accuse both parties, that is Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, BOBI WINE and Kaguta Museveni, I think it comes off as hypocritical, most especially when they failed to garner the same crowds. In fact, the only region where Nandala Mafai garnered a little bit of crowds was Sironko, where he comes from, because Budadi is in Nandala Mafabi's constituency, and it is his party president. It is a given, anyone can pull a crowd from his stronghold. So, Patrick AMURUAT coming out to accuse both Kaguta Museveni and BOBI WINE to have been using crowds for hire, it is not right. And I want to talk about this in this video. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Patrick AMURUAT was saying this. Pay a lot of attention because it's going to form a basis for a discussion. Here's the tape.
We started this campaign on 29th of September this year. And the response is wonderful. Nandala Mafabi is the only presidential candidate who has gone to the villages of this country. You see Museveni taking a few people from this town, taking them to Iganga, to Kaliro to meet them. He doesn't come to the villages because he fears his bad roads. I see my young brother BOBI WINE is also copying Museveni, collecting people, moving them from Kampala all over the country in order to create crowds. We have brought a villager to the village. We have brought a man with a program to the village. We have brought a man who cares for the people of Uganda and has a formula of fixing the economy and putting money in your pocket. We have also brought the only...
So I think that is Patrick AMURUAT from FDC. FDC has Nandala Mafabi as a presidential candidate. So let's first demystify the crowds. First of all, among the candidates who can pull a crowd is General Kaguta Museveni and BOBI WINE. Of course, being a president, you have people who come to your rally. Although, for General Museveni to have a successful rally, he also puts in hired crowds so that it can look massive. Someone may ask, what if he doesn't bring in hired crowds? Of course, he will have a big rally, but not as big as when he gets crowds for hire. It's the reason why whenever he goes in certain regions, most especially those regions with a low population, it has the RDCs, the district education officer to bring school children so that it can look massive. Ordinarily, in some regions, getting a rally of 2,000 people, you've done well. So what General Museveni does, he ferries people and school children so that he can make it a maximum of like 10,000. But even without him hiring, he would get a considerably a big number. Two, I think it's only BOBI WINE who gets a large number of people even without doing anything. Because first of all, BOBI WINE does not even have the ecosystem and the money to ferry people. All what he moves with is his helpers, ADs, and a press team. All he needs is to pass in a trading center. The reason why the regime is hell-bent from stopping him from to stop him from making a procession. They are hell-bent because they know if he passes in a trading center, he'll go with all people to the rally venue. Some of the rally venues for Bobi Wine, they are put in the forest. But despite all that, people come to the forest to listen to the message. And it is the truth. So, Patrick AMURUAT is lying. Even when Besigye was still at the peak during the FDC times, FDC used to get a lot of people. Patrick Aboy by that time didn't come out to say that they used to ferry people. It's just envy. Because they see the front runner is General Kaguta Museveni and Bobi Wine. And Bobi Wine has more chances of winning because where General Museveni spends $1 billion to get people, Bobi Wine spends less than 10 million. All he needs is a fuel in his cars and somewhere to sleep. Okay? So, Patrick AMURUAT is lying. Because, by the way, and I'm not cutting out that people don't ferry people, because on TV we've seen NRM buying students, ferrying people in buses, giving them money, sometimes even trapping them on the rally venue so that General Museveni can speak for them to go. Okay? Ordinarily, a rally of General Kaguta Museveni without ferrying people would have something like 1,000 people. But for them to put it at maximum capacity, they have to ferry. Yet Bobi Wine, he can have 10,000 people without even ferrying anyone, without giving t-shirts, without giving money, without giving transport refund. So Patrick AMURUAT, you are in denial. In fact, I keep on telling people that every person who has been in denial for Bobi Wine, telling him that they have just, some people come out to say that they have come to just see an artist. It was denial not until in 2021 they got a shock of their lives when he brought very good results even after cheating. So Patrick AMURUAT, you are lying. The second story of the day, I saw a street children, which by the way are bad behavior on the street. He was uncovered by the authorities and it was Nairobi for pretending to be lame so that he can beg. He took people to cane him so that he can stand again. In fact, he has... That's the video of a young kid who was pretending to be lame so that he can beg on the street, which is unfortunate. I think maybe he learned from some people because in Africa we tend to act like that. And if a child does that in early stage, that means he won't work. He will still live in denial for this job, which is unfortunate. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabir Sulaiman Mawagali, the next MP for Makindi constituency. I'll see you on another one. Bye-bye.